Hey guys, welcome. This is Yepa, Shamanic practitioner. Welcome to my channel. Raising the vibrations across the nations. Come on in. Welcome. Welcome to this Hidden Gems reading pertaining to the Lion Gates portal. Okay, the Lion Gates portal. What do you need to know? What you need to be aware of, okay? So before I dive on into the reading, make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure that you hit that bell so that way you can receive notification as to when a video does upload. I will be going live tonight for those that view this video today on August the 1st. Welcome August 1st. And if you watch this video after August 1st, I will be in the future doing more live, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that way you'll know when I am live. Okay, share this message to someone that you feel may need to hear it. Okay, if anyone is interested in an extended version of the Hidden Gems reading, it can be booked on my website at spiritualvibrations.org. Or again, if you have any situations or circumstances in which you need insight and guidance on, spiritualvibrations.org. The information is in the description box below. So come on in, let's go ahead and tap into this Hidden Gems reading pertaining to the Lion Gates portal. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing here is I want to kind of see what's going to be the theme. This is a collective reading as well, so allow the information to unfold in areas of your life. Not everything that I say is going to resonate to your situation, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap on in, Divine Spirit. Ashe. Alright, Divine Spirit, this is pertaining to the Lion's Gate portal. The Lion Gates portal for the collective. The Lion Gates portal for the collective. Divine Spirit, tap me into the collective here for the Lion Gates portal. Tap me into the collective for the Lion Gates portal. Okay, I'm going to shuffle 3 times. Divine Spirit, provide me a message for the collective. Okay, all right, well, this decided to pop out. We do have the black cat. Okay, so I'm going to read that as well. There's definitely some good luck, all right, that's coming you guys' way. So let's go ahead and tap on in. Universe is ready to speak. I'm going to shuffle 3 times. Divine Spirit, tap me into the collective. What do they need to know during this Lion Gates portal? And what do they need to know during this Lion Gates portal? I'm going to shuffle. Alright, Divine Spirit. 1 card only. Tap me into the collective here. For many of you, the next new moon is also going to be very significant as well. Okay, so tap me into the Lion Gates portal for the collective. What's going to be in store for the collective during the Lion Gates portal? 1 card only, Divine Spirit. What's in store during this Lion Gates portal? All right, so the next card that came out is the Wolf Moon. All right, now number 35, number 31. Some of you could be 35. Some of you guys could be 31. Alright, so we're going to actually read each one of these cards directly out of the book here. So just give me a few moments here. So the key words to the black cat is independent, self-love, and solitude. It says the black cat has magic, enchantment, and is a part of spell casting. Okay, so I want to stop there. I'm going to be stopping in between these messages to kind of like provide some channel insight. So for some of you, this is definitely the time to light them candles up if you are about that life, okay, as well. It says the cat prowls, the black cat prowls the night without fear, confident in his ability to defend himself, to feed himself, to attract a mate, or to see off a competitor. Alright, so during this Lion Gates portal here, protection of your energy, protection of your time as well, standing up for yourself, speaking your truth as well. Okay, setting your manifestation, setting your intentions for the things that you want to attract here as well. But also for some of you needing to do some protection work surrounding banishment, evil eye. Okay, so this is confirmation if you have been thinking about doing that. It says the cat goes on his own way in his own time, regardless of what the others thinks of him. So during this Lion Gates portal, you guys are not supposed to care what other people think of you, okay? You're supposed to march to the beat of your own drum, all right? That's that form of independence. So more independence is going to be showing within your own individuality during this Lion Gates portal here. It says the black cat wants you to develop a strong sense of anatomy so that you have the confidence in your own ability to thrive and to survive. So confidence is really the key. That's what the Lion Gates portal is about. That's that Leo energy. Extremely confident, courageous, bold, fearless, okay? Even in the moments of fear, right? So that's the energies that your spirit team wants you to embody here. It says, yes, it is nice to have family and friends around, but this card here is to tell you not to rely on them too much. So during this Lion Gates portal, you know, there's nothing wrong with reaching out for help, but don't be dependent on anyone during this time frame. Do the best that you can to rely on yourself, okay? If you have that family support around you, by all means, utilize it, right? In a balanced way. But if you do have it, and some of you may just be in this wanting to be by self during this Lion Gates portal, wanting to be in hermit mode, doing a lot of introspection, okay? So again, it says this card tells you not to rely too heavy or too much on your family or your friends, or lean too heavily onto others, okay? For you have everything that you need within you. All right, so this is a great time for solitude, to really kind of focus on vision boards, manifestations, burning those candles, crown of success candles, money candles, financial candles, confidence, attraction candles, okay, protection candles. All right, it says nurture your independence by doing some fun things alone. So during this Lion Gates portal, you are being asked to also tap into your inner child to do something fun, okay, as well. I know for me and my little ones, we went to the carnival, okay? So that's going to be something definitely for me to tap into my inner child, okay? Again, it could go to a cinema by yourself, maybe like, you know, read a book outside, you know, take yourself out to lunch, whatever it may be. But the black cat wants you to know that when you rely on yourself, you will always feel safe and protected, okay? For you always will have your own back, okay? So I definitely feel like during this Lion Gates portal here, it's definitely about like really believing in you, believing in your ability, believing in, you know, your ability to trust your intuition. Just believing is coming through as well, okay? And again, it's just acknowledging, relying on yourself. Many of us, we may feel like, you know what, I could ask for help, but I might as well do it myself because I could get things done. You know, that's kind of the energy that this Lion Gates portal is coming in on. It says you are the only one who will always be there for you in every situation. So learn to be your own backup. So for some of you guys in this Lion Gates portal, you may need to have a backup plan for something. You may need to, you know, have a backup plan. Okay. This Lion Gates portal is definitely about organization, getting things in order, okay, for many of you. Now let's go ahead and tap into the Wolf's Moon, and then we're going to dive into the hidden gems aspect of this reading. But this is going to again set the tone here. All right, so we have the Wolf Moon. The key words here is communication, confidence, and needs. All right, so that's interesting that we have the word needs, because the first message pertaining to the black cat was also talking about relying on yourself, depending on yourself as well. So really kind of focusing on that energy, of course, of self-love, but really kind of like, what is it that you need? Okay, so it says, have you ever felt like howling at the moon, believing that this is the only way anyone will listen to you? This is the card of communication, and when it comes up in a reading, it is asking you to speak up, to speak out, and make yourself heard. All right, this is about feeling that lion roar within you, but also learning how to tame that lion within you, right? And knowing how to utilize your discernment as to when you need to let that lion, let that tiger roar, and when you need to just kind of like calm that tiger from roaring. So discernment in this Lion Gates portal is going to be very important for many here as well. Communication, of course, your own inner dialogue, communication with others, making sure that your communication is clear. There could be some mix-ups in communication during this time frame as well. All right. So again, it says, just as a wolf howls to another, it's time to raise your voice and to sing out your wishes, your dreams, and your desires. So this is a time to make a wish. Okay, make a wish. Communicate to your spiritual team as well. Let your manifestations, let your ideas, the things that you want in your life be heard, okay, by the universe, loud and clear. Get clear. Get clear. Okay, as my girl Papa Lalona always say, get clear. It says here, what is more? This card is encouraging you to become more of an alpha in your life. So during this Lion Gates portal, you meant to step up and show the fuck out respectfully and unapologetically you. Okay, that's pretty much what that means. It's no longer enough to simply follow the pack. That could also be another reason here as well, not for all, but for some of you, when it comes to kind of just being in solitude. For some of you, you may have people that's really following you, like copying off of you, mimicking you in some shape or form. And for some of you, you could be noticing that. You could be, peeping that. All right, that's just for a small amount of you. But for others, if you have been in this energy where you are a follower, it's time for you to become a leader. Time for you to be the lead, okay? It says, now is the time to take lead and make suggestions for positive change. So I do feel that this Lion Gates portal is about to bring us a positive change for many. It says, even a lone wolf howls at the moon from time to time, eager to find a mate and start a new pack. I feel like for some of you, you're going to be meeting a new partner during this Lion Gates portal. Okay? Spirit said don't say the other. Okay, so for many of you, you guys are going to be meeting somebody new. Okay? Romantically here. It says, do not be afraid to build a new pack, all right? Some of you guys, during this Lion Gates portal, your friendships, something about your friendship dynamics is going to change, is going to shift. You're going to be taking a step back, reflecting on your friendships, what's genuine, what's fake. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay and fall back? Those are going to be some of the things that could be coming to aspects of your life. And for some of you, you want a new tribe. You want a new community of people, okay? So, yeah. So, again, do not be afraid to build a new pack if the old one is no longer serving you. It might be time for you to move on, okay? So some of you guys during this Lion Gates portal, there is going to be a move. For others, you're just leaving someone behind. You're leaving a group of people behind. You're leaving a behavior behind. You're leaving the sadness. You're leaving something behind and you are moving on, okay? So positive change. It says confirmation. It says, but you won't know until you begin to speak up for yourself. So some of you guys, you've been kind of like resting that throat chakra here. You've been critiquing what it is you say to others, but this is a season to express yourself, okay? Express yourself, all right? And understand that sometimes with expressing yourself, there could come conflict. So for some of you that, is drama free, don't really like conflict, know that conflict is healthy, okay? I ain't talking about no toxic conflict, all right? Conflict, adversity, misunderstandings is healthy, okay, to a certain extent, all right? So you may have to come up out that comfort zone of not wanting to deal with drama or not wanting to ruffle people's feathers. You know what I'm saying? This is a time where it's really about you. It's giving me, I'm conceited. That's not even the word, because conceited comes with the shade. Okay, so some of you got some conceited ass friends. But give me a second here. I just lost my train of thought. But anyhow, I think y'all understand the drift. pretty much pretty much getting to a place where you are expressing yourself, yeah, and not feeling afraid of conflict. Like, no, you got to come up out there. You got to come up out there, because everybody is not going to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you cannot really do anything about how someone else is going to feel. You need to focus on how something makes you feel at this time. All right? But understand, do things with class. Okay? So let's go ahead and tap on into this Hidden Gems reading here on this Lion Gates portal for the collective here. This deck has already been pre-shuffled. Alright, so I'm just going to shuffle it a few times here for the collective today, Divine Spirit. What's in store for them during this Lion Gates portal for the collective? What's in store for them during this Lion Gates portal for the collective? And what's in store for them during this Lion Gates portal for the collective? Alright, Divine Spirit, how you want to do this? Okay. Alright, tap me into the collective. What do they need to know and be aware of for this Lion Gates portal for the collective? What do they need to know and be aware of during this Lion Gates portal for the collective here? Okay. We do have blue bottles. Very interesting. There is a lot of blue here coming up in these cards here as well. So we have blue bottles here. It says protection from evil spirits, negative energies, South and West Africa, Southern folk magic, Gullah Geechee, honor the dead. Okay. What do the collective here needs to know during this Lion Gates portal? What do the collective need to know during this Lion Gates portal? What does the collective need to know during this Lion Gates portal? Alright, so we got weird energy here. We also have cedar. It is used during prayer, house blessings, to ward off illnesses in the home or individuals, energizes and brings balance. We do have soul loss, an inner fragmentation caused by a traumatic experience or an intense shock to the mind and the body. Collective insight here for the Lion Gates portal. What do they need to know during this Lion Gates portal for the collective? What do they need to know? We have here, you have come from a bloodline of ancient healers and magicians. What do you want the collective to know during this Lion Gates portal? You have angel number 176, priority shift. Alright, Divine Spirit, give me 2 more cards, one at a time. What do the collective need to know during this Lion Gates portal? What does the collective need to know during this Lion Gates portal? We have blood ancestors. And what does the collective need to know during this Lion Gates portal? Overall energy. What does the collective need to know during this Lion Gates portal? What else do the collective need to know during this Lion Gates portal? Okay. Your comeback will be way stronger than your setback. Overall energy for this reading here, growth and opportunities. Okay, so this Lion Gates portal, for those that is watching, those that are still here, okay, growth and opportunities is what's coming in. That's what's coming in during this Lion Gates portal. Alright guys, so just give me a few moments here to kind of take a look at this energy here. I also want you guys to go look up angel number 176. Alright, 176 angel number in Google, and see which one is resonates with your soul, resonates with your spirit. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive on in here. During this Lion Gates portal here, the veil is very thin. Okay, understand that when practitioners or spiritual people say that the veil is thin, okay, that means that the portal is open. Okay, now in a portal there is always an entrance and there's always an exit. Okay, so when it comes to this, the veil being thin, your ancestral spirits are definitely coming through. All right, so more paranormal activity could be happening, mystical experiences, just things that you know, like what the fuck, right? Type of vibes. However, because there is an entrance and an exit to the portal, when the veil is thin, it also means that souls will also be leaving as well. So you have ancestors that's going to be coming through, making themselves known, again, causing paranormal activity, causing mystical experiences, just shit that you know you can't just kind of like rule it out. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like I said, it's an exit and an entrance, okay? So there could be some souls that's going to be crossing over, respectfully, during this Lion Gates portal. And of course, souls cross over each and every day. But there is a significance here. Okay? For some of you, well, for many of you, your ancestors that's coming through is not just blood, but also your lineage ancestors as well. Okay? This is a time during this Lion Gates portal for those that does ancestral veneration, that you keep up with your ancestral veneration. Okay? That you keep that light burning, that you keep them offerings going, okay, during this time frame. Honoring the dead. They are your security guards, okay? When it comes to adversity, when it comes to evil intentions, they are your security guard. So you want to make sure that you're paying, right? Paying meaning offerings to your security guard, all right? And also, of course, to help elevate them as well and show them the ashe, all right? During this Lion Gates portal, when I spoke about there being an entrance and an exit point, know that different entities and energies can also come to the forefront. All right? Whether it's a spirit of depression, whether it's the spirit of anxiety, whether it's a spirit of theft, whether it's a spirit of loss, there is different spirits that also walks back and forth through this portal. So protection, protection, protection. Because during this Lion Gates portal, with so much changes that is happening collectively, you know, cosmically, okay, on top of the Lion Gates portal here as well, these spirits are coming through and they're finding, all right, souls to attach to. That's how it works. They find souls to attach to. And if you're already in that vibrational frequency, then you are that light for that specific spirit. So protection is very important. Whether that is praying, whether that is, again, like we said, ancestral veneration for those that do it, but not everybody does it. And that's okay. Saging, all right? Working with cedar, all right? That is something, if you guys have cedar, definitely work with cedar during this time frame, all right? That's one thing that the ancestors are requesting. But working with cedar, dragon's blood, sage, palo santo, frankincense, and myrrh incense as well. For some of you, I forgot the other name of that incense. Spiritual baths, okay? Your protective jewelries, okay? Your protective crystals, okay? Your protective talismans, all right? You need to be wearing those, all right? I feel like Spirit wants me to give a description, all right? So let's say, for instance, you're battling with some depression, And because this portal is open, you're out. Let's say, for instance, you're just out and about in a large setting. Okay? You going to the grocery store. And, you know, you've been battling this depression, right? And if there is a spirit of depression already roaming the grocery store that is possibly connected to someone, or that someone done brought in by them doing their shopping, but then the spirit decided to leave. So they looking around and they can see the aura fields. Okay? They can see the auric fields. All right? Your energy fields. They can see that. So if they see your aura fields and they see that, you know, there is leaks in your aura, right? And certain colors for spirits mean certain things, right? So with that being said, if they see that, okay, hey, this is the perfect candidate, right? They got leaks in their aura, they're dealing with depression. Let me go on to the crib with them. Let me check out their life. It seems crazy, and if you think that what I'm saying is crazy, you need to get up off my channel. You need to unsubscribe. You need to find you somebody else, because I'm not your person. Okay? Because this is how things operate. So that's just an example. So again, protecting yourself at this time when it comes to spirits. But also, because of the changes in the cosmos, right? Because of the portal, because the veil is thinning, you know, how do I say this? You also have to protect yourself from the people that you're around. All right? Because they're have weird energy right now. Many of you have already been noticing. Like, motherfuckers is acting weird. And, you know, motherfuckers doing things out of character, quote unquote. Is it? Or is it a spirit? So again, it's important that you protect yourself during this time frame. And again, your spirit team is acknowledging cedar. But again, any of the other regimens that I spoke about already could be highly beneficial to you. Again, you could use cedar for prayer, cleansing your home. So that's another thing, cleansing your home. This is August the 1st. So you have August the 1st to August the 7th, right, to do your August regimens, your August rituals, okay? And so cleansing your home should definitely be a part of that first of the month regimen, that first of the month ritual, okay? Not only does cedar in itself removes and get rid of, it also helps bring in the balance. Okay? So again, if for those that don't have cedar and you're using sage, okay, make sure that you follow up with it with a with the uplifting herb, okay? Palo Santo, okay? During this Lion Gates portal here, be careful with your health. There is going to be some health issues that some of you guys have already begun to experience, or some of you guys may go through some type of health issue, or someone in the home might experience a health issue during this time frame as well. Okay? There's a lot of fragments and energy right now that's roaming around in the collective here. If you... hold on one second, guys. How are you showing this to me, Spirit? For many of you, you know the regimens, you know the rituals, you know the things to do to kind of like protect yourself. Because for many of you, you come from a bloodline of healers, you come from a bloodline of magicians, all right? And I'm not talking about hocus pocus, pulling a rabbit out of a hat, all right? Alchemists, you know. So you guys hold that power, you hold that ashe. Whether this is from your actual blood ancestors or whether it's passed down through you from your lineage as well. Give me a second here. Also, For those that has been struggling with setbacks. Okay, for those that have been struggling with setbacks, growth and opportunities are going to come for everybody. Everybody that's watching, all right? Growth and opportunities is coming. But for those that has dealt with some type of setbacks, again, that growth and opportunity is going to come, but it's going to come through a complete shift. So for some of you, the way that maybe you've been doing things or going about things, handling your business, anything of that nature, a shift is needed. Okay? A shift is needed. So again, if you've been struggling with some type of setback, just know that again, you are going to reap the growth and opportunities. But at the same time, for you, there's going to be a shift in how the growth comes. There's going to be a shift in how the opportunities come. So this makes me feel for those that has a setback, you're going to have to step into position. You're going to have to step into position. You're going to have to take lead. You're going to have to get focused. You're going to have to get organized, okay? You're going to have to bring back that balance, whether that's balance in how you're spending your money, whether that's balance in what you're doing with your money, or it don't even have to be about money. Just that balance, all right? Because it's like for those that have had setbacks, the reason that there was a setback is because something wasn't a priority, or your priorities was misconstrued. So in order for you to really get the benefit of the growth and the opportunities that's coming your way, a priority shift is a must. So as you're going through this shift, where there will be growth and opportunities that's granted to you, okay, you are being asked to stay prayed up during this time, to hold on to the energy of your faith during this time frame. Okay, let's get a little bit more insight, all right, for the collective. A few more insight here for the collective when it comes to this Lion Gates portal. Lion Gates portal for the collective. Some of you, your Yoruba ancestors, okay? Some of you could be a part of Yepa, all right? But this is your Yoruba ancestry coming through. So definitely venerate and connect with your deities, Oshun, your Maya, Shango, Orumala. All right. What else do you want the collective to know? That's not going to be for everyone though, okay? For the collective here, Lion Gates portal. So it's like even some of the Yoruba ancestry, your Maya is coming up very strongly here with this blue. Your Moja, your Maya, however you want to say it, both of them are accurate. All right, so you definitely have her energy very present. Water. That's why there's been so many upheavals with the water as well. Flooding, things of that nature taking place here. There's a cleansing that is happening globally. There is a cleansing that's happening globally. Like the ancient Egyptian ancestors I'm seeing in my third eye. We got Yoruba ancestry here. We got the Gullah Geechee ancestry, just ancestral energy in general here. There is a cleansing that's happening globally right now, which is creating these issues with the waters and things of that nature. So I do want to say during this Lion Gates portal here as well, if you know you don't know how to swim, stay up out the water, or make sure that you have some type of life jacket or tube or float or something like that. All right, you are being warned here. All right. The collective here. The collective here. Lion Gates portal. What else you want to say? for the collective here, Lion Gates portal. What else do you want them to know? Lion Gates portal here. Okay, we have triumphant of matter over spirit here. All right, so again, there is victory over your circumstances, victory over your situations, okay, as well. All right, when it comes to people that is actually, and many of you are without even knowing it. Some of you know, some of you don't know, but many of you are up against some adversity, evil eye, things of that nature here as well. People wishing on your downfall. They can't stop you. They can't stop what God has in store for you. Okay, you're going to triumph it over any type of ill intentions that's been sent towards you. All right, what else do you want the collective to know during this Lion Gates portal here? I'm not going to accept that. What do you want the collective to know during this Lion Gates portal here? And what do you want the collective to know? Yeah, look at, some of you guys definitely need to do an uncrossing here. If you have been struggling with issues in your finances, you need to do an uncrossing surrounding your finances. If your energy has been low, you've been crashing the fuck out, you know, emotions all over the place, you need to do an uncrossing on yourself here. All right, whether again for yeah, you guys, some of you need to do a black walnut bath. If you guys are looking for that, that is available on my shop here as well. We have dirt here. So not only are the ancestors are pissed about something. The ancestors, the primordial mothers, the water spirits, they are pissed about something here. Okay? And I'm talking about collectively. I'm talking about globally. They are pissed here. We got dirt where information is stored. So when it comes to all these tsunamis, when it comes to these earthquakes that's popping up here, this is ancestral, baby. This is ancestral. Look, I don't make, oh my God, this is so deep. Soul loss, an inner fragmentation caused by a traumatic experience or an intense shock to the mind and the body. Didn't our ancestors go through that? Didn't they experience that? Wow. This is deep, honey. For the collective here, additional insights on this Lion Gates portal here for the collective here. Some of you guys, if you have brass, you need to be wearing brass, work with brass, okay, as well. Brass removes negativity, a prized possession, and it also speaks of the temperance and terror here. All right, so again, when it comes to like regalia that you should be wearing, many of you, if you have brass, again, brass is not going to be for everyone. It depends on your lineage as well. All right, your ancestral lineage. Some people is brass, some people is copper, other people is silver. Okay, but from the Yoruba, okay, Yoruba coming up very strong is like wearing brass. That's going to kind of remove negativity. That's what's happening right now. The indigenous ancestors, the ancient ancestors, our lineage ancestors here are removing negativity. So when it comes to where these earthquakes are happening here, when it comes to where these tsunamis are coming from, I may have said that incorrectly, but you know what I'm trying to say here. It's removing. The ancient ones are coming, baby. And for those that's like really about this life when it comes to spirituality, boy, y'all about to be a force to reckon with. I'm talking about the real ones, right? Balance is being restored. Balance is being restored in the world, okay, but also within yourself, your spirit, and in your living situations. Yeah, look, I said Egyptian, didn't I? You are an extension of royal Egyptian bloodline. So for many of you, that's where all this confidence is about to fucking come from. This is so fucking dope. This is where all this confidence, this power, this empowerment that you're getting, your ancestors are awakening through you. Tap into your offerings at this time. That's why the black cat. All right, 2 more cards. Lion Gates portal for the collective here. All right, Lion Gates portal for the collective. So we have creativity and manifestation here. If you are working out of your creative talents here, you are going to flourish. You're going to prosper. Okay? If you felt like you were hidden, if you felt like you wasn't being seen for your talents, for your creativity, for something that you do, your ancestral energy, your lineage energy is about to make sure that you are shown to everyone. Okay? And if this is a situation here where you are sleeping on yourself about your creativity and your own hidden talents, that's going to be a thing of the past, Bookie Butt. Because your ancestral energy is going to push you to get into alignment. For some of you, that's where your priorities is about to be. Work with your ancestors at this time to manifest what you want. Get out of your own way. Okay? Get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Alright? We also have here the raven here. And it says wealth, transformation and change, connection to the spirit world, magic and mystery and rebirth. So for some of you, you are and will be seeing ravens. For others, you are a connection to the crows. Yeah. There's wealth that is being created during this shift for many. For those that tap into their abilities. For those that get their priorities together, right? You're going to be met with wealth. A great time of transformation and change. Like the spirit world, the energies is deep, baby. All right, there's a massive rebirth that's been happening for many of you, but also in the world in itself. Look, many of you, again, shifted internally. Like whatever shift, all right, outside of this Lion Gates portal that is transpiring right now, as well as with the lineage ancestors, your blood ancestors, the Egyptian ancestors coming forth, you guys are shifting internally. All right, I'm talking about, look at that, third eye. Tap the fuck in. All right, tap the fuck in. Seeing things for what they truly are. Seeing yourself for what it truly is. Changing your perception about yourself. And this is all for the better. Okay, for the better. A lot of material gain you guys are going to be receiving here as well from this Lion Gates portal here. So I'm going to go ahead and close out here. So that was very interesting. All right. I mean, this was a very dope reading. I really appreciate my spirit team for coming through. I'll shade of that. I have to say this before I leave because I'm hearing it very strongly. Get your home in order. Get your home in order. Whatever that means for you, get your home in order. Okay? All right. Hope you enjoyed. If you are interested in your own personal one-on-one hidden gems reading with me, you go ahead and book it while the price is reasonable, okay, at spiritualvibrations.org. Feel free to like, make sure you subscribe, and comment. I definitely dialogue with you. Until next time, Ashe.